Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those in favor say no. No. It's the opinion of the chair that the ayes have it and the resolution is agreed to. And without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
It was founded after 9/11 because they recognized that some people did something and that all of us were starting to lose access to our civil liberties.
It is understandable why the author of this censure doesn't know what is up and what is down, because obviously someone who wants to talk about crimes supports a former president currently running for president that is facing 91 federal and state indictments.
Obviously and importantly, Omar has a history of launching vicious anti-Semitic screeds.
It is stunning how in Washington the moment someone invokes the Constitution they become the target. You are about to witness a blazing confrontation in Congress where Representative Lisa McClain directly challenges Representative Ilhan Omar during a heated fight over her removal from the Foreign Affairs Committee. What begins as accusations of political retaliation rapidly transforms into a fierce battle over oath responsibility and whether standards inside Congress still matter at all. I am Kate. And this is Capital Pulse. If you value constitutional accountability and demand clear, fearless analysis of what is unfolding in Washington, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it so more Americans join this critical conversation. Now lean forward.
Come to Congress to be silent. I came to Congress to be their voice. And my leadership and voice will not be diminished if I am not on this committee for one term. My voice will get louder and stronger, and my leadership will be celebrated around the world as it has been.
I had a member of the Republican caucus threaten my life, and you all and the Republican caucus rewarded him with one of the most prestigious committee assignments in this Congress. Don't tell me this is about consistency. Don't tell me that this is about a condemnation of anti-Semitic remarks when you have a member of the Republican caucus who has talked about Jewish space lasers and an entire amount of tropes, and also elevated her to some of the highest committee assignments in this body. This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology when my life was threatened. Thank you.
And to use that logic, well, then all those people should have just said sorry and we'd move on, right? But no, we don't do that. And let me tell you, I take a little bit of offense to what the hell is wrong with me. I'll tell you, there's nothing wrong with me. I took an oath to defend the Constitution, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Again, I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm going to hold the Constitution, and it's very simple. We really shouldn't even have this debate. If you break the law and you follow due process, there are consequences to your actions, even if you say sorry. So we can try all of the diversion tactics that we would like. It doesn't change the fact that someone broke the law and that someone should be held accountable. It is disappointing, Mr. Speaker, that their own party can't hold them accountable, that they have such hypocrisy.
I'm in a town where we have a lot of people who are refugees who have come, some from Somalia, some from Bosnia. I've never heard one of them say that America's a terrible place. And then I hear Representative Omar say, oh, America's a terrible place. I thought there'd be justice, and there's no justice here. And it's like, well, she came here and we fed her, we clothed her, she got welfare, she got school, she got health care, and then lo and behold, she has the honor of actually winning a seat in Congress, and she says we're a terrible country. I'm willing to contribute to buy her a ticket to go visit Somalia, and I think she could look and maybe learn a little bit about the disaster that is Somalia, that has no capitalism, has no God-given rights guaranteed in a constitution, and then maybe after she's visited Somalia for a while, she might come back and appreciate America more.
You know, when you argue with a fool, you just prove there are two. And I consider Congresswoman Omar, Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, Congresswoman Tlaib, Congresswoman Presley, I think is her name. They call themselves the Squad. I consider them to be fools. They hate America. They think America was wicked in its origins, and it's even more wicked today. They ought to be thanking America instead of calling America evil and wicked and racist. But this is America, and they have the right to their opinion. But and that's kind of where I am on the subject. The president has explained his position. He has said, "Look, here's what I meant. If you're not happy living in America, leave. It's a free country," and I agree with that assessment.
Something, said a freshman congresswoman from Minnesota, to support and justify the creation of CARE. Today I am here to respond to you exactly who did what to whom. Madam, objectively speaking, we know who and what was done. There is no uncertainty about that. Why your confusion? On that day, 19 Islamic terrorist members of Al-Qaeda killed over 3,000 people and caused billions in dollars of economic damage. Is that clear? But as to whom? I was attacked. Your relatives and friends were attacked. Our constitutional freedoms were attacked. And our nation's founding on Judeo-Christian principles were attacked. That's what some people did. Got that now? We are here today, Congresswoman, to tell you and the Squad just who did what to whom. Show respect in honoring them, please. American patriotism in your position demand it.
Here is what happened. The House voted on a resolution removing Ilhan Omar from the Foreign Affairs Committee. Under House rules, the majority party holds the authority to decide committee assignments, and that authority has been exercised by both parties in recent years, so procedurally this move was not unprecedented. Politically, however, it detonated across Washington. Ilhan Omar took the floor and framed the vote as targeting, arguing Republicans were applying standards unevenly and that others who made controversial remarks faced no similar consequences. She signaled that this was an attempt to silence her voice. That is a serious allegation, and in any fair system claims of selective enforcement deserve examination. Then Lisa McClain responded, and the tone shifted. Instead of leaning into identity or emotional escalation, Lisa McClain anchored her case in the oath of office, declaring she swore to defend the Constitution and would not apologize for honoring that commitment. Her argument was direct and unapologetic. If conduct reaches a threshold that disqualifies someone from a high-profile committee, then accountability follows, not because of identity but because standards carry weight. This is where broader national frustration surfaces. The Foreign Affairs Committee is not symbolic theater. It handles United States diplomacy, national security, and delicate relationships with allies and adversaries. Committee membership projects credibility beyond America's borders. Agreement or disagreement with the removal does not erase that reality. In every serious arena, military, business, law, higher trust demands higher standards, not relaxed ones. Leadership multiplies responsibility. I have witnessed it firsthand in professional settings. The greater the platform, the sharper the scrutiny. That is not persecution, it is the cost of authority. This clash was never solely about one individual. It cut to whether Congress enforces consistent expectations or adjusts consequences based on political convenience. From a Republican viewpoint, the principle remains clear: limited government survives only when rules apply evenly. If lawmakers expect citizens to honor laws and institutions, they must uphold discipline within their own ranks. You can dispute the vote and debate precedent, but one central question endures: does the oath of office carry enforceable meaning, or is it ceremonial language repeated on swearing-in day? That is why this exchange echoed beyond the chamber, touching deeper anxieties about trust, consistency, and credibility in Washington. In the end, this was not about volume, it was about principle. When Lisa McClain steered the argument back to the Constitution, she redirected the focus toward responsibility over rhetoric. Whether you back the removal or oppose it, the defining issue is standards in public service. I am Kate, and this is Capital Pulse. If you believe accountability must reach every Corner of Washington. Like this video, subscribe to the channel and share it, so your voice strengthens the national dialogue. Do not just watch, engage below. Is this accountability or political retaliation? Your perspective shapes the conversation. Let it be heard.